Here we go, here we go. I had to try it out 3 times, man, but here I am. I hope I get my people back on. Here we go. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I'm trying out the 7:30 p.m. to see what's going on here. Hopefully I can get a lot of people on here. Share some of my inspiration. Say, revolution is in South Africa taking a stand. What's up, Lee? My man. Bobblehead in the house. What's up, Liliana? Mr. Schwartz. Clap those hands if you in your... What's up, Sheree? I'm gonna have some fun with this topic here today. I'm sure some people can relate. We get to deal with people like this all the time. They choose failure over success. It's a choice. We'll go over that. In the meantime, I want to get you fired up. You know, emotions create better emotions. So we're gonna dance now. You with me, Devin? I know you wanna dance. Let's go. Woo! Come on, everybody. No matter what's going on in your life, man, events going on, your response is what you can control, and that creates your outcome. It's a choice. The way you respond to the situations creates your outcome. You want success? Respond to the things that make you successful. You want failure? Respond to the things that make failure for you. It's totally up to you. Say, let me see where you're coming in from, party people. If you're coming in live, let me get a 1. If you're catching the replay, give me a 2. And I want to know where you're coming from. My name is Victor Glide Alisea. Coming to you live from Maryland. I'm a Marylander now, but I'm really a New Yorker. And, you know, I just love sharing and spreading good vibes to people out there. Sometimes people are not ready to hear it, you know. So if I piss you off in any way, maybe you need to look inside and say, hey, does this really relate to me? Is that why I'm upset? Because my intentions are to serve here. So if you're ready, I want to talk to you guys about success leaves clues. You know, success does leaves clues. You know, when I was one of the first B-boys back in the day, I watched the best people. I had a list of 5 people that I was going to battle. And each and every one of them, I watched them, I studied them, and then I took them out. That's how I became who I became in that. In my DJ world for the last 30 years. I watched the best people do what they were doing. I studied them, and then I came and I overcame, you know, became one of the top DJ companies on East Coast. You know, success leaves clues, but so does failures. And you know, let's focus on the success again. You know, what do? You follow the leaders, right? You follow the people who are doing what you want to do. You follow the road that's, you know, been traveled, you know, so that you can get there. You know, have a mentor. Go learn from the people who have been the best at what you're doing. But failure leaves clues too. And people choose failure. They choose it. You know, here's I'm going to give you how many 6 reasons why you should know if you're choosing failure. And people choose it. Number 1, it's a comfort zone. Failure is a comfort zone. As crazy as this sounds, it's so much easier to live in your, you know, you don't have to try. You give up easily. You're comfortable there, right? It's so much easier to just be me. I don't want all that success. I don't want to grow. I want to stay right here. It's easier to just say that every day and not watch TV and sleep all night and drink your beers all day and just hang out and not do anything worth, that's going to take any effort, gain weight, get sick, you don't care, you love your children, you say you love everybody, but you don't care about yourself, and you're getting sick and you still don't do anything about it. I'm here. I have certainty here. It's my comfort zone. Certainty is another big one in that comfort zone. You know that people are going to give you attention. Even though it's all negative attention, you get attention. You get attention because you tell these stories about how everybody over there has messed you up and you're a victim and you know what you need and people should feel for you and all of this and you don't know my story and I've been through everything. But your response has sucked for a long time to every situation. Your response is to give up and quit and you choose failure. That's number one. Reason number two is, insanity. You ever heard that saying? When you do things it's the same thing over and over again, right? The definition for insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. You keep doing the things that get you in trouble. You keep, not showing up, getting up late to go to jobs, talking to people however you feel like it, saying, well, I'm going to tell them how I feel when you don't even need to, just not care about your job. You know what I mean? All that stuff. You keep doing these things over and over again. Somehow you believe that if you stand your ground, this ground that you've been following forever, that hasn't gotten you anywhere, something different is going to happen. Magical. Right? Something magical. Number three, this is definitely a reminder, that you're choosing failure. You are the common denominator. You've gotten 10 jobs and all of them, there was something wrong with them. You've had 10 friends that you no longer speak to. You have a bunch of family members, including your kids or your mom and your dad, that you don't talk to either. Or like in my business, you jump from business to business. You're uncoachable. You want to do it your way. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to follow this. That doesn't sound like me. I'm going to be me. And every 3 months you jump into a new business because you are not the problem. It's the business. Your family's the problems. The jobs that you lose are the problems, right? Or your friends that you don't talk to, they're the problem. Except that you're the common denominator. That's something to think about. I'm going to give you this bobblehead right now. Yeah. You're the common denominator in all those things, right? Here's another big one. You're a serial debt not paying person. Well, what do I mean by that? You borrow money from your friends, right? You keep doing it. And then somehow, you find a way to be mad at them and you don't have to pay them back. You start a fight or anything they say, or even if they ask you for the money, hey, when do you think you could pay me back? What? You start breaking on them and you have about 10 or 15 people out there that you owe money to. You're choosing failure. You're choosing to lose friendships of people who are there to help you. People who sometimes don't even have the money, but feel for you and they give you their money and then you are mad at them. Think about that. That's pretty heavy. How many friends do you owe money to that you're mad at right now? You're choosing failure. It's a choice. You keep choosing it. Instead of talking to them and saying, hey, you know what? I can give you $10. $10 goes a long way. Speaking to people about the money that you owe, acknowledging that you do, and say, I'm still struggling, but hey, man, maybe I could give you $5. Maybe I could do a favor for you. Maybe I could do something to pay you back. But no, I'm going to be mad at them. How dare they call me? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's all I got to say. Number 5, ain't no one going to tell me nothing. That's who I am. That's who I am. You don't want to learn anything. I told them they'll never talk to me like that. Ain't no one going to treat me like that. Like in your job, there's a boy, you keep being late, and then they bring it to your attention. Hey, you're being late. We have a problem here. What? You don't know my problem. I'm not going to listen to that crap. And yet, you're not improving. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. You don't have, but you have a phone. You hustle to get the thing. You want to live this ghetto fabulous life. But you don't want to follow any rules. There's no rules for you. You don't follow the rules. You make your own rules. Broke, have nothing going on, no relationships, no nothing, but you don't follow any rules. You're the tough one. That's choosing failure. Humility, being coachable, being lovable, loving even when you can't. That's, choosing to, success. Success in relationships, success in being around people, success in sharing your life. Why be alone? Here's the last one I'm going to talk about, and it's a big one. You're still in the same place for the last 25 years. 20 plus years, you haven't done anything with your life. That's a clue. You're not being successful. You think it's all bad luck? Could it be you? You're choosing to stay stuck. You're choosing not to grow, not to let some people help you. Some people will not let you help you. I mean, today, the reason why I'm doing this right now is, today, I actually stepped out of my comfort zone, reached out to a friend, wanted to help him. The friend looks at me, he tells me, wow, I should have listened to you back then. I see that you're doing well. I see that, that there's good, that you're doing right. Maybe you were right. I should have listened. And then I start helping him. I'm helping, and he won't listen. He just, again, right back into, I had to run away. It's like he chooses not to let anyone help him. And a lot of people choose failure. You choose it. You choose it. You push people away that want to help you. You don't follow. You don't learn from. You have people around you that are doing very well. Maybe you should sit down and say, hey, I'm sorry. How you been? Can you help me? I want to get out of this. I don't want to stay stuck. I don't want to be right anymore. I want to be happy. Choose success. Follow the people who have been in your shoes and chose not to be in your shoes anymore and are doing better. Stop choosing failure. It is a choice. Like I say all the time, events, things happen. Yes, things have been harmful to you. Yes, you've made bad decisions. You don't have to stay there. Your response, right, to these old things, you can change the way you see what they mean to you and have a better outcome. If I helped you here, please share this with other people. If you feel what I'm saying, share with other people. Let me tell you, no matter what you're going through, there are people out there with no legs that are running. People that have no arms that are typing. They find a way. Stop choosing failure. Choose success. I believe in you. You were born with something inside of you to bring to this world that you're putting on a shelf. Stop doing this. No matter what's going on, change your response and it's going to be alright. Make it alright. Make it alright. Be better. Be what you were born to be. Choose wisely. Here's success. Here's failure. Stop choosing failure. Stop thinking. Number one, it's a comfort zone. It's easy. I'm gonna stay stuck here in my easy zone. Number two, it's insanity. Doing the same things over and over and over again. I'm gonna pause that. Doing the same things over and over again. Number three, if you're the common denominator in a bunch of fights, with your family, with your friends, if you're constantly losing jobs, it's you. Number four, if you owe people, call them up and say, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. How do I pay this? Pay them $10, pay them $5. Stop starting fights with people who have come out of their own to help you. You're not right about that. There's no way that you're right to be fighting with somebody because they asked you for the money that you said you were going to pay them. They have families too. All right? And this ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. I got no arms and no legs, sitting on the wheelchair saying ain't nobody going to push me around. Think about that. That picture right there is hysterical. No one's pushing you around. Maybe some people want to support you and help you. It's time to listen and stop talking so much. Number 6, if you're still in the same place for the last 20 to 25 years, it's you. You're choosing that. And some people might be in a good place, but that's a choice. You have a choice whether you advance, grow, or become who you are meant to be, because you have something great inside of you. Trust me in that. We're going to dance this out, party people. I hope you guys got some value. Let's go. No matter what's going on in your life, man, it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. You don't have to be stuck there. You can move on. You can make better choices. You can say, failure, I don't want no part of that. Stop hanging out with people who don't want anything else, who just want to stay stuck. If you want more, find people that are doing what you want to do. Model them, learn from them, ask them questions. They want to help. God bless you. I believe in you. You have greatness in you. Say, peace out, party people. Have a great Tuesday. Once again, if you enjoyed any of this, share it with everybody out there, man. God bless you. Rick the Glide, I'm saying in the house. Just letting you know. E plus R equals O. Things happen. Your response is where you can create amazing life that you want. Peace out.